Hi everyone, welcome to Unit 6. We're really getting close to the end now. So as you know, your position paper is due at the end of this week. Hopefully you've been working on that with not having a major assignment for Unit 5. So just to talk a little bit about the discussion board for Unit 6, and then we'll talk a little bit about the position paper. So the discussion board for Unit 6 revolves around the literary element of symbolism, which is one of the most interesting to talk about. I wanted to point out that in the Unit 5 discussion boards, people did a really great job using specific evidence from the readings and resources. It's very important in an English class that you're always demonstrating that you've done the reading and that you understand the reading. So in the Unit 6 discussion board, it has two parts. Really, you're showing that you have done the reading, that you're familiar with the text, and then also you are reflecting on symbols in your own life. So you really want to make sure that you have both parts of that in there. And then for the position paper, which again, I hope that you have been working on, you want to do a few things. First of all, really be sure that you have a clear thesis. There is a template in the assignment page that you may use to help you if you want. And again, the assignment page and the rubric are very, very, very important. If you don't know where they are, please reach out and ask me, and I will do a walkthrough to show you. It's very important that you are reading through those and comparing your writing to the rubric. So please don't be embarrassed if you don't know where to find them. It could be a little bit tricky in Blackboard. Just let me know and I'll show you exactly where. But you really want to be sure that you have the assignment page and the rubric so that you know exactly what is required. But you should have, as I said, a clear thesis. Also very, very, very important that you are utilizing the library database for your sources. You do not want to be using sources from the internet, okay? So they need to be academic, reliable sources. Not that you can't find those on the internet, but it's much more difficult to find things that are reliable and academic in nature. So if you use the library database, it's just a much safer bet for doing that. You will also need citations from the film or the novel. And again, in the assignment page, there are directions on how to cite those appropriately. So your paper should have a clear introduction, 3 supporting sections, and a conclusion. And it should be between 3 and 4 pages in length. So please do be sure that you are following those guidelines. I did want to speak a little bit about paraphrasing and plagiarism. I had a few instances in the research paper where people attempted to paraphrase, but didn't really make enough changes, and it was sort of questionable. And if you were one of those people, you would know who you are because we talked about it. But you really need to be sure that when you are doing your research, that you are either quoting the source or that you are putting it into your own words. So copying and pasting can be a very slippery, dangerous slope. Sometimes students think that they can copy and paste from a source and change some words. That is something that will be picked up by SafeAssign, and that is considered plagiarism. So it's very important that you are putting things into your own words. And again, if you have any questions about that, please do not hesitate to reach out and ask. What I recommend that has always worked well for me is doing the research separate from writing the paper. So what I mean by that is you conduct your research, you take notes, you figure out what you want to use, but you don't bounce back and forth between researching and writing. That's where the copy pasting comes in, and it's very, very easy to make a mistake and utilize the same words. So the chances of doing that diminish greatly when you do the research and then write in a separate session or a little bit later on. You run a much lesser risk of doing that. I will be doing another Collaborate session, most likely on Friday afternoon, but I will post the time for that as well. Again, that's completely optional, but if you're struggling with what to write or how to write, students usually find that they're very helpful. So just to recap, we have the discussion board on symbolism, the position paper. So week 6 is a big one. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you need help or if you're struggling. And I hope you all have a great week. Take care.